Amy K YouTube Live, and today I'm going to show you how I made, if I can get my camera set up straight, that is, how I made a card with the Creative Haven stamp set bundle. This is one of the new bundles from Stampin' Up's online exclusives that just went live for ordering today. So everybody can get their hands on them now that it's November 4th. You can find them in the online store. Underneath the, if you go into stampinup.com and then click on the menu button and then go to the little online exclusives button, you'll find it right there. So I do apologize. My heat turned on like the second I was getting ready to go live. So I turned it, hopefully got it shut off, and it'll turn off here soon. So I'm hoping there's not like that loud buzzing and static noise in the background. And if there is, hopefully it'll be gone here in just a second. So hey, Karen and Carol and Mary and Judy and Myrtle, thanks everybody for joining today. I appreciate you all being here. And it's actually a really quick and easy little card that I've got for us today. So nothing too complex, just a couple of layers of cardstock and designer paper. And yeah, that's going to be it. So yeah, anyway, I just got back on, I guess, very late on Friday night. My plane was delayed, but I got back in late on Friday night from the team retreat. We had a blast there. So enjoyed the time with the team members, the two retreats, I should say, back to back that we did. Lots of fun. There are pictures actually out on my blog. If you go to stampwithamyk.com and scroll back a couple of posts, you'll see what we did when we were at the retreat. So hey, Kim and Marilyn and Karen and Tanya, thanks for joining as well. And I see Las Vegas. I'm actually going to be there next week for a Stampin' Up event, because all of a sudden I'm like, oh shoot, I'm out of town already next week, Tuesday already. So but anyway, hey, thanks for hopping in from Minnesota as well. So this is a card, like I said, pretty quick and easy. But yeah, just going to make that today. All right, Creative Haven is the name of the stamp set, and it's just got some fun sentiments in it. You know, you deserve all the good things, so happy to have you in my life. And then you've got this deep breath, friends like you are golden and you're the best. So just lots of kind of good general friend sentiments and some cute little tag dies to go with them. So a couple of these obviously already have the little holes attached to them for the tags, but there are a couple of more banner type dies here and sentiment dies that you can either choose to put the little hole in by adding one of these little, is it dots, holes, whatever you want to say. These little things, you can add them basically inside as you're die cutting, so you can put the two together and then you get your little hole die cut there in your die cut tag, I guess is the word that I'm trying to come up with. So, all right. And then there are a couple little accessory pieces, and I did use the accessory dies here on my card. You may have kind of missed them because the paper's got lots of designs on it, but they're kind of tucked in here underneath the sentiment. So again, it's called Creative Haven, and it is part of a suite. And of course, I've already forgotten the name of the paper. Hold on. I'm learning them. It is the Hobby Haven Specialty Designer Series paper. So it's a whole pack, and it's specialty because it's got a bunch of little die cut, pre-printed and die cut pieces in it. There are 2 sheets of those, I think, in there. And they're just images that coordinate with all the fun images in the designer series. So it's an awesome and fun pack of kind of hobby related designer series paper. And I'm hoping that, okay, my computer froze for a second, so I was hoping I was still alive and all was good, because I know I had that happen one time a while back and the whole thing just died. So hopefully we'll stay going and running in the right direction. So, all right, so again, Creative Haven is the name of the stamp set bundle. I crashed into my lights already. And then I also did use on here, I used the Stylish Shapes dies, and I just used this little circle die. Only one of them, this little circle die to cut out my sentiment on here. So, and that's it for the dies. So again, like I said, it's a pretty quick and easy little card. So, oh, I'm good. Thank you, Karen, for letting me know. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't think we're having internet issues. I'm not sure if it's my phone. Maybe that'll be my excuse to get a new one. So anyway, just wanted to remind you, online exclusives, there are a bunch of new ones that went live today for ordering out on the Stampin' Up website. So be sure that you're checking those out anytime you're out there. They're not attached to any catalog. They just kind of come and go. So, you know, you may see it today, it may be gone tomorrow. So if there's something that you're interested in out in the online exclusives, make sure you're grabbing it. Again, you can find those by going to stampinup.com, then the menu button, and then online exclusives. And there are several pages of things that you'll see out there that you'll only be able to find in the online store. They're not in any catalogs. So saw the cake bundle. It's a cute one. Definitely Myrtle. And I made a card with it. I did a video, I think I did a video with it maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that. So it's definitely a fun bundle. So, hey, Barbara and Deborah, thanks for joining. And just wanted to remind you that 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar is still available. I'm kind of shocked. I thought they were going to sell out, but it's still available. And yeah, you can pick it up now. It's a great gift for anybody that you know that's a crafter, or maybe if you have people who are looking for ideas for you for the holidays, it might be a good idea for that too. They can go out. It's $99. You can pick it up. And again, it's got 12 little openings in it. And I've seen the products inside and they're pretty amazing. So there's designer paper, stamp set, dies, embellishments, all sorts of good things inside there. So, and it is nothing holiday related inside. So it's more general use. You can use them year round type images, papers, and stamps and dies, I guess. All right. Again, let me know if you have questions on that. You can go to stampwithamyk.com and you'll find a link out to the online store there. So, all right, let's get going on the card. So my original one is my 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2 across the top. So it is the top fold card that I prefer. But I did have a card base that was cut and ready to go. That is a standard book fold card, folded card. So I wanted to show you that you can do this either way. And as you'll notice, I did use a slightly different piece of designer series paper on it for my original card and this card. They're similar, but slightly different. And most of it's going to be covered up anyway, so I'm not sure that it matters that much which one you're watching or you're using, but just wanted something that generally kind of went with my, with, I don't know, the theme of the other designer paper. So this is from the Country Woods Designer Series paper, and it's cut to about 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it should cover the entire card front if I've cut everything correctly. And my card base is thick basic white, and it is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4 down the middle. So again, either one of these card bases will work just fine for this card. It doesn't matter. You can pick the one that you prefer for the fold on it. And putting a little bit of the liquid glue all over the front of it. And then we're going to adhere the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of Country Woods Designer Series paper to the card front. All right, there we go. I think it's stuck down well. Let me flip it over and make sure that we're on here straight. Looks like we are. All right, next thing we did is I've got another couple pieces of Designer Series paper. Again, these are from the Hobby Haven Designer Series paper pack. So flip side of this one has got the baking stuff on it, which is really cute. And then the flip side of this one has got petal pink kind of plaid-ish look, crossed look, whatever you want to call it, for the flip on that one. These pieces are 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and I'm adhering it to garden green cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And again, measurements and all that stuff will be on my blog tomorrow. I almost put that adhesive on the wrong side. Will be on my blog tomorrow, which is stampwithamyk.com. It'll go live around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And when it does go live, I will link directly to it in the description of this video, so you'll be able to go find all the details, the printable PDF tutorial, and all that good stuff that I send along with my regular cards. So again, both of these are cut to the same size. So again, it's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and then adhering it to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. Piece of garden green cardstock. And if you wanted to change up the sizes a little bit, sometimes I've seen these done where they've got a larger one in the background and maybe cut 1/4 of an inch off of the one on the front. Just shows a little bit more of the background designer paper, so you can kind of decide the look that you like best with it. And then we're going to take a Stampin' Seal, and we're just going to adhere this to the card front. Add a little bit of an angle here, which I know some of us, if you're a little like me, sometimes it's hard to put them on crookedy because, I don't know, I just have this thing where things need to be straight. But with this kind of card, I just sort of let it go and let it be crooked. So, all right. And then we're going to take the other one, and I'm going to put the adhesive a little bit more towards the center on this one because I want to make sure that it's stuck to this panel and not necessarily to the card front so it doesn't bow strangely. I just want it stuck on this panel. And so we're going to take this one and we're going to turn it kind of at the opposite angle here on the card front. There we go. Actually, we're almost done with the card front. Can you even believe it? All right. Ahead of time, I did cut from what is the name of this? Garden Green cardstock, a couple of little greenery pieces. So I did one with this die and one with this die. So crooked messes with, I know I'm a little the same way, Karen, I must admit. I got a little problem with that myself. So, but with this card, I love it because it's so quick and easy. So I can't not put it on there crickety. All right, so I've got glue dots, and we're going to adhere these little die cuts to the card front with a glue dot, and it doesn't matter. The glue dot, you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I can see that it's sticking out around the die cut, and it doesn't matter at all because we're going to be covering all this up with another die cut and some ribbon, so it won't matter that the glue dot looks kind of yucky. You just kind of want it down towards the bottom end on both of these so that, you know, like I said, you don't want to stick it out here and have it sticking out because nothing will cover that. But here, you're covered, so you're good to go. And then part of the Hobby Haven suite is also this really cute garden green, white, what is it? Chevron? Yes, chevron ribbon. It's only 1/8 of an inch wide, so it's really thin and kind of delicate. So it'll make really nice bows. Or you can do like I'm doing and just put a little dot of Stampin' Seal on the card front like that. And then just do like a big old ziggy-zaggy thing over like this. So I'm going to adhere one piece on. Again, I got Stampin' Seal down here. Going to adhere a little bit on here, and I just want to make it like a Z, basically. I think I just want to make sure I stay on the card front. I'll smush it down, and then I'm going to come back here one more time and zag it across, because I think the zigging goes the other way. I don't know. And then we'll trim it off here. So love the terms. I don't know. Some days I come up with good ones, and other times I'm like, I can't even remember the color garden green. So, all right. So we've got that all stuck on there, and we're going to set this aside while we work on the sentiment. So I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, which is really one of my favorite blues. I don't use it very often because we haven't had it in many of the designer papers, but this pack has a lot of Coastal Cabana in it. So pretty much anytime I use it, you're going to see me pulling out my Coastal Cabana cardstock because I do love it. All right, got Versamark ink and the sentiment, which is the So Happy to Have You in My Life. And we're going to ink it up with Versamark ink. Oh, and I've got hair sticking on my shirt. Goodness. Oh, yuck. Almost ended up with that in the ink. That would not have been good. And we got white embossing powder. This is from the Basics Wow embossing powder. So it's a pack of 3. It has clear, black, and white in it. You get all 3 when you order it. So there we go. I'm going to close that up. And then grabbing my heat tool. So the Stampin' Up! Heat tool has 2 settings on it. There's a level 1 setting for drying and a level 2 setting for heat embossing. So I've turned it to the heat embossing setting. It just gets a little bit hotter. Not that the level 1 setting isn't hot, but it's not quite as hot. You don't want to put your fingers in front of it either way, but level 1 setting can be used if you want to speed up drying on maybe your watercoloring or using an ink that just takes a little longer to dry. You can use the level 1 setting, and then level 2 is for the heat embossing. So it just takes a second to heat up, so that's why I had it turned away there while I was letting it heat. I'm going to turn it towards my project, and as you see it start to get that shiny and kind of bright white, you'll know that it's done cooking. All right, there we go. You don't want to overheat it because you can burn it and turn it all brown and not very pretty looking, but you just want it to be kind of that shiny and white. So we're going to give it a second here to cool off, and then we're going to grab one of the dies here from the Stylish Shapes dies, and I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine, so I'll be off screen for just a second. Oh, goodness. All right, let me kick the table and probably shake everything around there. And then we're going to go back to the card front, and I'm going to grab some of my Stampin' Dimensionals. So these are my little half dimensionals that I prefer to use, particularly for sentiments and that sort of thing. They work a little bit better, I think, give you a little bit more, I don't know. There's enough sticky on them that they stick really well, but they're not so big that you have to worry about them always sticking out around anything that you're trying to adhere on. So we're going to take my Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're just going to try to get this. I probably should hold this straight, and that may help me to get the sentiment on here straight. There we go. And then the final thing for the card front is a couple of these. These are also part of the suite, and the colors coordinate with the, I think these are part of the suite, the colors coordinate with the Creative Haven. Maybe they're not. I think they are. Karen will probably let me know for sure. I think these are part of the suite. I'm having like a moment all of a sudden where I can't remember. So these are pecan pie, and there's pecan pie here in this designer series paper as well. And there's early espresso, Cajun craze, and I feel like that's balmy blue, but I can't remember what the shade of blue is in that one. But we're just going to grab a couple of these. So we've got the pecan pie, one of the larger ones and one of the smaller ones, and we're going to tuck them in here around the sentiment. They are part, I thought so. And then all of a sudden, like I said, I had this moment of maybe I'm wrong. So, but they're fairly flat and they are self-adhesive, which I love. So they'll mail easily and they're really easy to use too. So, all right, again, they're called Earthy Matte Dots and very pretty. Hey, Rosie, thanks for hopping in. Glad that you are here. So now I did only use 2 of them, and I know that kind of messes with people's minds sometimes because everything should be in groups of 3. So again, I do 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So it's still a group of 3. That's what you want to go with, but it's just not 3 of the same. And it doesn't have to be 3 of the same. It just has to be a group of 3. At least that's my theory on it, and I'm sticking with it. So, all right, for the inside of the card, I kept it pretty simple. I've got a 4-inch by 5¼ inch piece of basic white cardstock, and then a little bit of the Country Woods Designer Series paper that I trimmed off when I was making my card front. So this is about a 1/2 inch wide, and then we're going to grab Stampin' Seal. Not my Versamark ink pad. Stampin' Seal would be better. And we'll adhere this to the inside, and we're actually going to be all done. So I appreciate you hopping in here today. And it was a fairly short video. I knew it was going to be. I didn't realize it'd get done quite that quick. But sometimes you just need to have a quick and easy card. And this is one of those. So there you go. And the nice thing about this design is that you really can use any designer series paper that you want. And basically just take 2 pieces of it, mix and match whatever you like the best, layer them one over the top of the other, with one kind of tilted and the other one tilted, or one tilted and the other one straight, however you want to do it. Layer them together and your card front's all done. So, all right. Get this stuck here on the inside of the card with a little Stampin' Seal, and we're going to grab a bone folder and give it a quick crease down the edge. There we go. All done. So pretty quick and easy. So again, all the details, cardstock cuts, measurements, and all that sort of thing are going to be out on my blog tomorrow, which is stampwithamyk.com. And yeah, you can find all the information there, and I'll be planning to be live around 2 o'clock Eastern time on Friday with another video. Then Tuesday, I'll be back at another Stampin' Up! Event in Las Vegas, so I won't be here Tuesday, but I'll be here the following Friday. So, and Karen, my tip with the Stampin' Seal is to not hold it like it looks like you should hold it like this and run it like this. I don't do that. I actually put it up so that it runs up high like this, basically. So you're going to put it on at more of an angle like this rather than an angle like this. And I find that it works much, much better for me if I hold it up high and then kind of flick it like this. So put it on and then flick it to break it. Don't pull it side to side because that messes up the tape on the inside of it. But it's really easy to use. Once you get used to using it, I love this adhesive. It's basically my go-to for everything, unless I absolutely can, have to use the liquid glue, then I do. But this is very much my favorite. So, all right. So there's my Stampin' Seal lesson for you. All right. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Again, I appreciate you all being here, and no worries about being late. Yeah, it was a quick card today, so you can catch the replay. And again, all the details will be on my blog tomorrow. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for your patience while I was out of town, enjoying some time with my team. And yeah. We'll just plan to see you on Friday and then again the following Friday. So have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you all soon.